Hi and welcome to Moonheart Readings. A slightly different location today. Certainly beats my living room. I can see it's quite glary, but yeah, I'm not going to apologize for this crack in sunshine. This is winter in Australia. Pretty cool, right? So I've got one final message that Mother Mary shared with me. This is the one I've been saving because it is the longest one. So it's an image, or it's basically a scenario that she showed me, something that was happening. So we have a masculine who is really, really well dressed, very important person, yeah. And he's sitting at a very long table, surrounded by people, and it's a banquet. There's a banquet on this table. The table is full of people who are very admiring of this masculine, and he's obviously somebody very important. He's very high status. Now, on the surface, it looks as though this masculine is having the time of his life. I mean, he's got caviar, prawns, whatever it is, whatever he wants, it's all there. Whatever he thinks he wants, I should say, because there's always more, isn't there? The plot always thickens. Yes, he's sitting there having a banquet, and to the naked eye, it certainly looks like he's really, really enjoying himself. And it feels like this banquet is like a, hello butterfly, it feels like this banquet is a toast to him, actually. Now, unbeknown to everybody at the table, I was actually shown what's happening underneath the table. So it looks like he's eating, but what he's actually doing is underneath the table, there's a dog there, and he's feeding the dog his food. Turns out he doesn't want anything that's on that table. And then she drew my attention to his eyes, and he was looking at something. And what he was looking at was a feminine who was exiting the room. Now, nobody was even aware of her. Yeah, I don't know whether they had seen her and didn't care that she was leaving, or they just never even saw her. My feeling was that nobody even knew she was there, but he did. And she was leaving. Now, she was dressed in, so it was shown to me, it was like back in time, okay? So she was dressed as, you know, like a servant, obviously somebody who was much lower in social status than he was. And all she had was a basket of apples. She had a basket of apples, and she and her apples were leaving. Yeah, she was about to hightail it out of there. Now, he was fixated on this feminine and her apples. And I was told it's because they're magic apples. And he knew that regardless of what he had on his table, those apples that she had in her basket, sorry, I'm very distracted, it's a very pretty butterfly. What was I saying? Yes, the apples that she had in her basket were no ordinary apples. Those were magic apples, and they represent her soul. And she was about to make an apple pie that could just change everything. A magical apple pie, and he is salivating over this apple pie. He really wants that pie. He wants her pie. But nobody's aware of that, yeah? And to the naked eye, all he wants is